Good day, children. Welcome to today's class. Today, we are going to begin with a new chapter in English grammar. Today, we'll be doing part 1. Let us have a quick recap of what we studied in the last chapter. Do you remember what was the last chapter that we did? Yes, we learned about action words. Action words are also called as doing words and verbs. Yes, action words are also called as verbs. We learned so many words. Yes, words as verbs. See, here are some examples: look, listen, read, write, cut, color, draw, run, jump, swim, play, play football, walk, sing. Isn't it? We learn so many words. And when the action is going on, we add ing to the word, isn't it? Blowing, calling, drinking, clapping, playing, reading, standing. Okay, all these are action words, and action words are also called as verbs, as I told you. Now, read this sentence: the tortoise walks slowly. Okay, tell me, what is the action word here? What is the verb here? Yes, the verb is walks. Yes, the tortoise walks slowly. Okay, now the word slowly tells us how the tortoise walks. The word slowly tells us how the tortoise walks. It tells us something more about the verb. What is the verb here? Walks. Yes, so the word slowly tells us something more about the verb. So today we are going to learn about the words that tell us something more about the verbs in chapter number 8, adverbs. Okay, so let's begin this learning the chapter, children. Okay, what is an adverb? Let us first understand that. An adverb is a word that tells us something more about a verb. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that tells us something more about the verb. Yes, it tells us something more about the verb. First, whenever you are reading a sentence, you have to first find out the verb. And once you find out the word that tells you something more about the verb is an adverb. An adverb tells us how, where, or when an action happens. An adverb tells us how the action is done, where the action is done, when the action is done. Okay, tells us an adverb tells us how, where, or when an action happens. Okay, as you can see here, there are three lovely balloons, and they tell us how the action is done, where the action is done, and when the action is done. Okay, so let's continue. Ravi walks very slowly. Ravi walks very slowly. Here, the word slowly tells us how Ravi walks. How does Ravi walk? Ravi walks very slowly. So, the words like slowly, quickly, happily, gently, swiftly, tell us how something is done. Read this sentence. The bird is flying above the tree. Where is the bird flying? The bird is flying above the tree. So the word that tells you where the action is happening, that word is the adverb. So here the word above tells us where the bird is flying. The bird is flying above the tree. So the words like near, far, here, there, above tell us where something is done. Mohan wakes up early in the morning. Mohan wakes up early in the morning. Here, the word when tells us when Mohan is getting up. When Mohan wakes up, the word early tells us when Mohan wakes up. So here early is an adverb. When does Mohan wake up? Mohan wakes up early in the morning. So words like today, yesterday, tomorrow, early, late tell us when something is done. Okay. Now, how are adverbs formed? How do we form adverbs? Adverbs are mostly formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Adverbs are mostly formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Beautiful, and we have to add ly, it becomes beautifully. Silent, when you add ly, it becomes silently. Calm plus ly, it becomes calmly. So usually you add ly to the adjectives to form adverbs. Now, if an adjective ends in y, when an adjective is ending in y, we have to replace it with I and then add ly. Now, if you see the word happy, okay, it is ending with y. So, what we have to do? Instead of y, we have to write I and then add ly. So, what will be the spelling then? HAPP. Instead of y, we have added I and then we have added ly. Same way, see the next one. EASY, easy. Instead of y, we have to add I and then add ly. It becomes easily. Okay. So, this is how adverbs are usually formed. Okay. Now, let us begin with the activities, children. First activity. Circle the adverbs in the following sentences and write whether the adverbs say how, when or where about the verbs. Okay. You have to first circle the adverbs in the sentence and write whether the adverb says how, when or where about the verbs. We cheered loudly for our team. We cheered loudly for our team. So, tell me, what is the adverb here in the first sentence? Loudly. Yes. The adverb here is loudly. So, we'll write how did we cheer for the team? We cheered loudly. Okay. Next, Renu is leaving early. Renu is leaving early. What is the adverb here? Early, correct. Okay, early. So, when does Renu leave? Renu is leaving. When is Renu leaving? Renu is leaving early. You have to write when. When is Renu leaving? Renu is leaving early. Next. The book is there on the table. The book is there on the table. What is the adverb here? There. Okay. So we say right where. Where is the book? The book, your book is there on the table. Where is your book? Your book is there on the table. Now, fourth one, he often goes to the garden. He often goes to the garden. Okay, what is the adverb here? Often. Yes. When does he go to the garden? He often goes to the garden. When does he go to the garden? He often goes to the garden. You have to write when in the blank. Next. Leela spoke quietly. Leela spoke quietly. Now here, what is the adverb? Quietly. Yes, correct. And how did Leela speak? How did Leela speak? She spoke quietly. Now, I live in Thane. I live in Thane. What is the adverb here? In. Correct. So, what will you write here? Where? Where do you live? I live in Thane. Okay, let's move on, children. B activity. Circle the adverbs and underline the verbs in each sentence. You have to circle the adverbs and underline the verbs in each sentence. First sentence, we worked hard and succeeded. We worked hard and succeeded. So, tell me, children, what is the verb here? Yes, what is the verb here? The verb is worked. Yes, and what will be the adverb? How did we work? We worked hard. So, hard is the adverb. How did we work? We worked hard. Second sentence. Drive the car carefully. Drive the car carefully. What is the verb here? Drive. How should you drive the car? Drive the car carefully. So, carefully is the adverb and drive is the verb. Tara sings sweetly. Tara sings sweetly. So, what is the verb here? Sings. And what will be the adverb? How does Tara sing? Tara sings sweetly. So, sweetly is the adverb. Fourth one, we should always speak softly. We should always speak softly. What is the verb here? Speak. Correct. So, underline. And what is the adverb? How should we speak? We should speak softly. Next. We are going away for holiday. We are going away for holiday. Where are you going? What is the verb here? Going. Correct. Going. Where are you going? You are going away. So away is the adverb. Where are we going? We are going away for holiday. So going is the verb and away is the adverb. You go now and I will come later. You go now and I will come later. Now here there are two verbs and two adverbs. Let's see. What is the verb here? Go. Correct. Go is a verb. And now. Now what is now? Adverb. You go now and I will come. Come is a verb. And later is an adverb. You go now and I will come later. Now, next activity. Write two adverbs for each verb given. Write two adverbs for each verb given. Okay, what is the word? Walk. Walk. So you have to write two suitable adverbs for the verb walk. So what can you write, children? We can write should walk slowly. Walk slowly. Okay. Or you can also write walk carefully. Walk slowly, walk carefully. Next, write. What can be the suitable adverb for write? Write neatly. Write neatly. Or we can also write correctly. Write correctly. Write neatly, write correctly. Next, jump. Jump. Jump happily. Jump happily. Or we can also write jump quickly. Jump quickly. Talk. Talk softly. Talk. 1 minute. Talk softly. Talk softly. Or we can also say talk kindly. Talk kindly. Okay. Now we have finished few activities and I'm going to give you homework. Okay, you have to do this homework in your book. Okay, in your notebook. Now first activity is circle the adverbs and underline the verbs in each sentence. You will write down all these sentences in your book and you have to circle the adverbs and underline the verbs. I'll just read out for you. She danced well. Radha looked down to see a frog. Vijay banged the door angrily. Rita arrived late for school yesterday. Okay, so all these sentences write down and complete the activity. Circle the adverb and underline the verbs. Second activity is write two adverbs for each verb given. Write two adverbs for each verb given. So we did just now. Same way I have given you few verbs and you have to write suitable adverbs for the verb. So the first one is sit. You have to write two adverbs for this. Okay, next sleep, reach, drive. Okay, four words I have given and you have to write two suitable adverbs for the verb. Okay, children, we have finished with today's session. We shall continue in the next session. Do the homework, children, and revise what we have learned today. Okay, children? Till we'll continue in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you, Sai Ram.